Hey, good morning, friends, and welcome to Wake Up with Greg. I am your host, Greg Rosander with Palin Music Center. It's Friday. It's a beautiful sunny morning, not extremely brutally hot this morning, but looks like it's going to be a good day. I'm excited to be here. I hope you are excited as well. Always a great day to make it to the end of the week, right? So we've made it. It's Friday. It's all downhill from here. But downhill in a good way, not downhill like this is going to be a hot mess. But you never know. It could be a hot mess with me. It's Friday, so I've got my Fish Fry Friday shirt on. We'll talk about that in a bit. It's Flute Your Flute Friday. We're going to be talking about flutes today. And I've got just a wide variety of stuff for you today. I'll be honest, I got a little... what do you call it? Writer's block or content creator's block, if you will, coming up with stuff for the show today. But I pulled through, I made it. I've got some stuff that I think you'll like. At least I hope you do. So for those of you new to the show, don't know who we are or what we're doing or why we're here. As I said, my name is Greg. I'm with Palin Music Center. We are a family-owned music store right here in the heart of Missouri. 60 plus years in business. We've got I think 12 something stores throughout Southwest Missouri, Northwest Arkansas, Oklahoma, and Kansas now as well. So there's a lot of us out there. So if you are in any of those areas, come by and say hi. We'd love to meet you and greet you and get you involved in some music, because that's what we do. Yeah, I'm here every weekday morning, 8:30 a.m. Central Time in the U.S., here in Springfield, Missouri, to share the internet's coolest instruments with you. These are instruments available for you to purchase on our website at palinmusic.com, or by giving me a call at 417-882-7006, or by checking out our Reverb page at reverb.com. Today, as I said, is Flute Your Flute Friday, so we've got 3 amazing flutes to share with you today from multiple brands, so hopefully you'll be excited about that. We'll go through each one in detail. And then in addition to the cool instruments, excuse me, I like to share music with you. I like to share art, literature, films, whatever is just kind of on my mind for the day. There's a lot of great stuff out there to get involved in the arts, and so I like to share that with you. Plus, it may be nothing having to do with art at all. Maybe my goofy stuff behind me, my Hot Wheels or watches or steamships, or who knows. You never know what I'm going to talk about on any given day, but stay tuned for it, because that's the reason to watch, because you never know what you're going to get. It's like a box of chocolates, according to Forrest Gump, you never know what you're going to get. All right, so that's who we are. That's what we do. Yeah, we're just here every day. We're going to do it, right? So this is episode 111, I think. I was just chatting with Jordan. Oh, you know what? Because we're going to chat here, let me just say good morning to Jordan. Hello, Jordan.
Hey, good morning.
How are you, brother?
Good, how are you?
I am great. So Jordan and I were just discussing the show and all of the back issues or back episodes. With 110 episodes still on our page, we calculated it out, 55 hours of entertainment for you. So if you're like just at home and you've got nothing to do and you're looking for some some fun, just hit the play all button on YouTube and watch every episode of Wake Up with Greg. It'll take you 2.5 days, probably, assuming you put some breaks in there for food and other necessities. But yeah, you can do it. It's 55 hours. That's just a very small part of your life. So. That's how much is on there. 55 hours. Can you believe it? 110 episodes.
That's crazy.
All right, so that's enough about me and who we are and what we do. Let's talk about you guys for a minute, especially if you're new viewers to the show. We have, all the little social media things we'd like you to do. Hit the like button, the thumbs up. Hit the share button. Share this with all your friends, family, relatives, and so on, to spread the word about us and give people the opportunity to have fun on a Friday, Flute Your Fruit Friday. See, it's already going down, like I said. So then, and hit the subscribe button. We're still in the 1470s, making our way to 1500. I believe that you guys can do that And the more you share, the more you know. So yeah, we've got that going on. And then the comments, we've got the live stream chat going on here. So that's what makes this show the most fun, is to sit and interact with you guys. You can ask your questions, leave your comments. I can give you a shout out. I'd love to hear where you're watching from in the world. We've got viewers from all over the world. We're here in Springfield, Missouri, for those of you who don't know. But yeah, we'd just love to meet you, greet you, and have a good time. We've already got a couple folks on. Mom's here and Mike is here. Good morning to you both. I just ask on the chat, please keep it clean and appropriate and polite. It's a family show, so we don't want to bog it down with any, inappropriate things or, religion or politics or any of that kind of stuff. So let's keep it clean. Let's have it fun. Let's just enjoy our time together today, shall we? We shall, I think so. So Jordan, what do you got going on this weekend? Anything exciting?
No, we're still dog sitting, so we're just going to be taking care of that.
Finishing that up. Well, hey, I mean, if you got nothing to do, you got 55 hours worth of Wake Up with Greg you can watch. share that with your wife. I'm sure she would love it. We are going to see the movie Twisters tomorrow. Going to a matinee, an early show, because it's going to be hot and ugly tomorrow. So we'll stay inside in the AC and get some popcorn and watch Twisters. We watched Deadpool and Wolverine this week. Pretty insane movie. If you haven't seen that, get out there and see it. It's a lot of fun. For those of you Marvel fans, anyway. I mean, you just got to love Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman. Their bromance is just hilarious. All right, so yeah, that's what's going on this weekend. Let's dig into some horns and some flutes, some whistles. Sure, let's do that. Awesome, we're gonna do that. I'm gonna get my fancy gloves on here.
We should do a day of slide whistles sometime.
A slide whistle demo, that would be fantastic. Yes, indeed. All right, gotta put my fancy gloves on. I guess we gotta talk about my shirt and watch. Is that what we do? Oh yeah, Jordan's over here. He's like scamming the internet, doesn't know what he's doing over here. But looking for something to do this weekend.
After 55 hours.
After 55
You would think I would know about the shirt and watch.
It happens to the best of us. All right, shirt and watch. I talked about the shirt very briefly. This is one of my newest shirts, birthday present from Mom. It's Daniel Cremieux, of course, one of my favorite designers. We got these little blue fish on here. All kinds of little blue fish. One fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish, right? For those of you Dr. Seuss fans out there. Love it, super comfy. Just really great. Thanks, Mom. And then my watch is where is it? There it is. My fake Cartier tank watch. It's made by Sanda, I think is how you call it. Sanda, yeah. Look at that. Looks like $1 million watch and it only cost 11 bucks. Can't beat that, right? Nice classic design with the blue hands on there. Yeah, fun stuff. So that's the watch, that's the shirt. Let's dive into the instruments. First item up for grabs. This is, my nose is itching. This is an Azumi flute. This is the model AZ3 SRBO. So we'll talk about what all those numbers and letters mean. Azumi is a professional level flute distributed by the Jupiter company. I think that's correct. Forgive me if I'm not correct, but as with all of these cases, they're all going to look very similar. You get the French style case with the outer case cover, which is usually lined in a fleece or some type of fancy cloth on the inside. The French style case, what we mean, the just standard wood frame hard shell case, no handles or anything on that, which is why you need the outer case so that you can actually carry it around with a strap or something. So this is the Azumi. Let's crack this one open. We'll put it together and show you what we're talking about. I'll show you what it looks like in the case. This has got a nice, velvet green interior, right? Really beautiful look there. All right, so I'm gonna assemble this really quick. Flutes generally are 3 pieces. You get the head joint, which goes on the top, and then the foot joint, head, shoulders, knees and toes, whatever that is. All right, so what have we here? We have an all sterling flute, head joint, body and foot joint. We have an open hole flute. I'm just gonna show you, first of all, we'll get the Azumi logo on there. The flutes, they usually don't put a lot of fancy engraving or anything on there, just basically their logo and you know, model number designation and so on. So we have a full B-foot flute, so we got the extended B-foot on the bottom. We've talked about that before. We have the open holes, so it gives you better intonation, more versatility with the instrument. Can you see those? The holes there in the keys. We have the French pointed key arms. Let me show you on the foot joint there. The pointed key arms, which gives you a nice firm regulation and setup on there. We have the offset G. Here we are, boom, offset G. You see how those keys dip down there for a much more comfortable hand position. Again, there's two schools of thought. Some people think you've got to go with the straight inline. It's the only way to do it. Others are like, you know what, you want to be comfortable and have a better time playing your flute. So an offset G is perfectly fine. Got the gizmo key down on the foot joint, your assorted trill keys and so on. The crown, just got a standard knurled crown on there, nothing fancy there. But this is a fantastic flute for an advancing player, for advancing high school student, even an advancing middle school student. College would be great and beyond. This is a fantastic flute. This is the AZ, what did I say? The AZ3 SRBO for silver. I'm not sure what the R stands for on this, but the BO, obviously the B foot and the open holes. The R, what might the R stand for? I would have to look that up. But anyway, this is the Izumi AZ3. You want to check this out on the website right now at palinmusic.com, or give me a call at 417-882-7006. Here's the flute playing position. I am not going to play this because I do not want to embarrass myself or you. I don't play the flute. I can make a noise, but you don't want to hear it. So that's the Izumi flute, live on the website, palinmusic.com, or you can give me a call, or you can check out our Reverb page. So that is flute number 1 for Flute Your Flute Friday. All right, what's up next, Jordan?
All right, next we got music. I heard the music before the show started, and it is quite good.
Quite good, yeah?
For you to share with everyone.
Well, I'm excited too. I just discovered this yesterday. I was listening to, I don't know what I was listening to, but it just came up on, you know, when you listen to an album and then it clicks on Spotify and it'll like click over to like that particular artist kind of radio style, so you get multiple songs that are in that style or similar to that artist or whatnot. Well, this one popped up in my feed yesterday. I'm gonna set that one aside so I don't get them mixed up here. Whoa, gotta get the gloves off. I'm just gotta get situated here, guys. Here we go. So this song came up in my feed yesterday, and I absolutely loved it because it was appropriate for Flute Your Flute Friday. One of my all-time favorite saxophone artists by the name of Jeff Coffin. Okay, so here's the album. The song is called Yesterday's Dream, okay? So if you don't know who Jeff Coffin is, I've mentioned him on the show before in regards to his association with other artists. He is the saxophone player for the Dave Matthews Band. He is the primary saxophone player for Bella Fleck and the Flecktones. And he's played with just about everybody else out there. We've actually even had him here at Palin Music for a clinic in the past. That was quite a while ago, before I actually started working for the company, I think. So I would love to get him back here to do another clinic, because that would be sweet. But he's one of the most adventurous saxophone artists out there. He does a lot with electronics and effects to really get some unique sounds on the saxophone. As well as the flute. He's just as accomplished on the flute as he is on saxophone. Sometimes he'll play 2 saxophones at a time, you know, playing them simultaneously, which is strange, but he does it really cool. And this is a brand new album that he just released like last week. So I didn't even know about it until it just kind of popped up. The album is called Only the Horizon. So here he is, Jeff Coffin. Only the Horizon. The song is Yesterday's Dream, and he plays primarily flute on here, but there is a little bit of saxophone with certainly some electronic effects added to it, which make it just really, really cool. So if you've never heard of Jeff Coffin, definitely want to give him a listen, or listen to Bela Fleck and the Flecktones, and you'll get him. Listen to the Dave Matthews Band. He's not the original saxophone player for the Dave Matthews Band. The original saxophone player, forgive me, I know it's Leroy, I don't know, forgive me guys, I apologize. I need to turn in my saxophone card. But he died from an ATV motorcycle accident, like a four-wheeler crashed, and yeah, tragic, sad deal. So Jeff Coffin took over for him after he passed. So anyway, check it out. I'm going to add it to the playlist right now. And by that playlist, I mean the Wake Up with Greg playlist that is on Spotify that I've created for you. See, there it is, Wake Up with Greg. Public playlist. This has all the songs that I've recommended on this show for the past 110 episodes. And this one has now been added to it. Yesterday's Dream from the album Only the Horizon by Jeff Coffin. Check it out because it is awesome. I can't wait to listen to the whole album. I'll be doing that as soon as I'm done with this show. I'll go into my office and hit play, and we'll be doing it. Leroy Moore, thank you, my darling, my wife. She is my research assistant at home. Anytime I'm screwing it up on my information, she's quick on the Google to get it figured out. Leroy Moore. I wanted to say Leroy Brown, but then that was like downtown Leroy Brown from, Ray Stevens, or Bad Leroy Brown. Is that right?
That's Jim
Jim
Croce.
Croce. Ray Stevens. Guys, it's Friday. My brain is fried. It's Fried Brain Friday. All right, so there we go. Thank you, Lori, for giving me Leroy Moore. Tribute to you. All right, so that's the music for the day. Shall we dig into another flute for Flutier Flute Friday?
Yes.
We shall. Okay. It's getting is it? Maybe it's just me, or is it just warm in here?
It's a little warm.
It's a little warm. We've had some air conditioner problems with the company this week. I don't know what's going on. Seems like our company is cursed by air conditioners. We had some stolen from our warehouse last year. That was insane when we were working over there in that blazing heat with no AC.
It's already been a year.
It's already been a year. I know, it's crazy. And then this one, the one here in right next door to my office, just went out. So maybe it's me. I don't know. But anyway, next up we have a Dejau flute. There's the Dejau logo. I'm not really sure what's going on there. That's just that's a crazy logo. Dejau is the brand. I don't know if you've ever heard of it before, but they are a fantastic flute maker. They make really high quality flutes at really affordable prices. This one is the model, where's my sticker on there? It's the model 701, I know that. The DZ701, I think it is. So same kind of idea with the case. This has got a black interior on the plush lining there. The previous one was white. This one, the French style case like we were talking. And then on the inside, this one is black on the interior as well. So you can see the layout there. Very nice. All right, so what do we have here? We got all right, so this is kind of an interesting thing to show you. This is the cleaning or tuning rod that comes in these flutes, and every flute comes with one that we sell. So this is a multi-purpose tool. The first purpose of it, it's got an eye in it for like a needle, where you can put a cloth in there to use to swab out and clean out your flute. That's its function number one. Its second function is as a tuning gauge. And in this particular flute, you can see there's multiple lines engraved on this stick, and then there's got this little kind of cutout section there. So this is what you use to set the intonation for your flute, and I can show you that. So with your head joint there is a cork inside the head joint, the tuning crown cork, and the position of that cork will determine the intonation of your flute, because basically what you're doing with that cork is you're moving it either towards the body of the flute or towards the head of the flute, which lengthens or shortens the length of the tube through which the sound is produced. So a shorter tube is going to be a higher pitch sound. Longer tube is going to be lower pitch. So, and the way they guide that, or guide, Mouth ain't working. All right, the way that you set that, okay, is by putting the rod in the flute, and you want the line that is on that rod, I don't know if you can see it, centered right in the middle of the tone, the embouchure hole there. So when that is centered, your intonation is set properly. If it's too far to one end, you need to push the cork in. If it's too far to the other end, you need to pull the cork out. So anyway, a little bit of flute trivia for you. For those of you non-flute players who don't know what that means, now you know. Now you know how to clean a flute and how to intonate a flute. All right, so let's, I put this one away. Let's put it together and show you what we got here. If I can get it out. A little quiet on the chat this morning. Is everybody out there? It's Friday, I know. Are we still asleep or what's going on? I would love to interact with you all. So come on, where are you? All right, so here we go. Again, sterling silver, head, body, and foot. There is the Dejau logo again on the flute itself. Very nice sterling silver head joint, silver body and foot joint as well. We have the B foot, the extended B foot. We have the open holes. This one happens to have the plugs in it, which I've talked about before. If you're not used to playing an open hole flute, you can use these plugs to cover up the holes temporarily. You can take them out one at a time until you get used to the feel of an open hole flute. This one is also an offset G. You can see the offset key there. This one has the standard key. This does not have the pointed key arms, which is fine. It's not a bad thing to not have them. You know, just some people prefer them. So, but this is a fantastic flute, and that's, you know, maybe how they keep costs down a little bit, because the French arms are a little bit more expensive to produce for sure. So anyway, this is the Dejau Model 701 professional grade flute, great for that advancing high school student or a college student, or great for playing beyond college as well. So this is the Dejau 701 live on our website right now at palinmusic.com, or by giving me a call at 417-882-7006. There we go. It's like a spaceship sailing through time. All right. Check out the Dejau flute on our website right now, or at our Reverb page at reverb.com, or give me a call, 417-882-7006. How many times have I said that on the show? I don't know how many times I've said that over 110 episodes in 55 hours, but if you haven't memorized that number by now, I don't know. All right, so putting that away, if I can get that back in the case without damaging it. There we go. Excellent. Perfect. Done. All right.
Do you have something cool to show us today?
I have something that I think is cool. I hope you will think it's cool as well. You know, on Fridays, you usually think about the weekend, you usually think about movies. I've shared a lot of movies on this show. I've tried to, you know, steer away from that a little bit this week and do some different things. Like I said, this morning was a little bit of a challenge to come up with something for you, but this particular movie is one of the absolute greatest films of all time, one of my absolute favorites. Not even necessarily because of the music in it, although the music is good. The theme song for this movie by Mark Knopfler of Dire Straits. He's a fantastic musician. And then many, many other songs on here, but the soundtrack is beautiful. This movie came out in the 80s, so I'm an 80s kid. But it has stood the test of time and is one of those perfect family movies that you can watch with anyone at any time. I've watched this movie probably 1,000 times, I don't know, but can quote every line from it. And this is one of those movies that is probably the most quotable movie in history. But if you don't know what I'm talking about yet, you should know by now. The Princess Bride, all right? Now this movie was not a hit when it was originally released in the theaters, but it came out like right at the dawn of the home video craze, when you know, people were able to actually rent movies and watch them at home. And from there, it took off like crazy and is now like one of the biggest cult favorite films of all time. There are multiple videos on YouTube of one of the stars of this movie, Mandy Patinkin. telling about his experiences with this movie and how important this movie is to him, and how honored he is to have been a part of it, and what it has become in pop culture over the last 30 plus years. So amazing cast in this. You've got Robin Wright, you've got Cary Elwes, you've got as I said, Mandy Patinkin, you've got Andre the Giant, Wallace Shawn, Chris Sarandon, Billy Crystal, Carol Kane. I'm sure I'm leaving out many others, but Fred Savage from the Wonder Years fame, and Peter Falk of Columbo. They all play amazing parts in this. It's such a fun story. So I highly recommend watching it. Get out there, get your kids together, make it a family event, and watch this movie together. And then when you're done watching the movie, get this book, okay? As You Wish. It is called Inconceivable Tales from the Making of the Princess Bride by Cary Elwes. And it's beautiful because he talks all about a lot of the great stories that took place in the filming of the movie. It's filled with great pictures, from the film, behind the scenes kind of stuff. And many of the actors involved also contributed to the book with little quotes and things about their memories and favorite parts of the film. Directed by Rob Reiner, the great comedic actor for one, but one of the great movie directors of all time. Of course, Meathead from All in the Family, for those of you in the know back in the day. But this is just a great read. It's a super quick and easy read, so it's not going to take you like months to read it. You can sit down on a weekend and get it done. But As You Wish by Cary Elwes, tales from behind the scenes to The Princess Bride, and then the movie, The Princess Bride. If you've never seen it by this time, I'm just going to say shame on you, because you need to see it. It is one of the greatest, most fun, clean films. I mean, there's little to no, I think the only, even remotely close to being what would be considered bad language is towards the end. And I'm not going to give away the spoilers if you haven't seen it, but I think there's only one word at one time in the film but even that, it's so great. It's the perfect movie. Lots of adventure. It's a love story. You name it, you're gonna love it. So that is my cool thing for the day. Take it for what it is. Get out there with your family and enjoy an amazing, fun movie. All right, got one more flute for you. I'm gonna get Mr. DeJow out of the way here and hop into the last one of the day. This one is a Amadeus flute. Rock me, Amadeus, okay? And we will talk more about that. Let me get my gloves back on here so we keep her clean and unfingerprinty. Average Metal Enjoyer is here. He made it just at the last minute. I'm here now. Sorry for being late again. You no need to apologize, brother. We all have lives. I get it. But I am so glad that you're here. Thank you for being here. All right, let's open this one up and see what we have as well. This one also has a plush black interior in the case. French style case. I mean, how do you tell these apart unless you know what they are? This one, you can kind of see the Amadeus logo on the case. The other two didn't have any markings on the actual case, which is interesting. So this, what, did I already say the model? No, this is the AF780BO. So we got, all three of these are like 700 series flutes, which is interesting because that's all just their own models. But let me put this one together for you and show you. Now this is the Amadeus flute by the William Haynes Flute Company. The Haynes Flute Company is one of the great American flute houses over there in Boston. And they have made this Amadeus line of flutes, which is, foot joint's a little wonky there. We'll have to get that taken a look at. But anyway, there we go. Man, it has gotten warm in here, good grief. Okay, so this is the Amadeus 704, 780 BO. All right, so all sterling silver, silver head joint, silver body, silver foot. We've got the extended B foot range. We've got the French pointed key arms. We have the open hole keys. This particular model has the plugs in it as well. We have the offset G. There's the offset G there. All right. We have all sterling silver throughout, head, body, and foot. We haven't really talked about the pads much on these flutes. They're all, the double skin pads on them, which is traditional for a flute setup. But this is yet another perfect example. And this one in particular is on special on the website at palinmusic.com or on our Reverb page at reverb.com, or give me a call. Mention Wake Up with Greg. I'll even give you an even bigger deal, right? So this is the Amadeus. So as I was saying, Amadeus is their import line, which means they're made overseas, but then they're assembled and fine-tuned in the US. So it's a combination joint effort to keep costs down. So if this were the 100% American-made flute, it would be 2 to 3 times as much money, which go America, right? But this makes you able to have a Haynes designed and built flute at a much more affordable price for the advancing student. So this is a great flute to check out on the website at palinmusic.com. This is the Amadeus AF780BO. B foot, O, open holes. You guys should know all this by now. So that is the final flute of Flute Your Flute Friday. So I'll get that a little closer to the screen there. I think I'm going by real fast. Zoom! See if you can see that. All right. So that is that. I'm gonna take this one apart now and put it away. Yeah, there's some kind of gunk on that. Oops, nope, that's not where it goes. Figure it out, Greg. There we go. Flute Your Flute, Greg. Dun, 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 dun. All right, we got her done. So that's the final flute for the day. We had an Azumi, an Amadeus, and a Dejau. We also carry many, many other brands. We carry Yamaha and Selmer and Gemeinhardt and many others, Pearl. But that's the flutes for the Flute Your Flute Friday. I feel like I'm out of breath here. I gotta get some more coffee.
We're doing the show from the sauna today.
We are. Yep. I'm gonna go take a shower after this.
Well, you ready for the last part of the show?
I am. I'm ready.
Okay,
Let's
give
finish
me
this
some
up.
wisdom.
Some wisdom. So I was having a musical conversation yesterday with one of my dear friends, Amber. I don't know if she's watching today. Hey guys, it's Greg from Wake Up with Greg. We've had some technical difficulties with this particular episode. I've got a glare behind me there. I'll try to get this. So, sometimes we forget to charge our equipment and things die in the middle of a show. So I recorded a brief finale to this particular episode, but if you're still watching this, here we are. So I've got a weird angle on this. Let me see if I can get my face on there better. So thank you guys for being here, for watching Wake Up with Greg. This is really weird. Okay, there we go. It's Friday. You never know what's going to happen. My piece of wisdom for the day was from Taylor Swift. So just check out the other very short snippet that I just finished up for you. But again, thank you for watching Wake Up with Greg. We'll see you Monday morning, 8:30 a.m. Central, right here on our Palin Music Band and Orchestra YouTube channel. And hopefully we won't have any of those technical difficulties, but it happens, so it's all right. Remember, helping people make meaningful music is what we do. And when you're ready, I'm here for you too. You guys have a great weekend. Bye-bye.